which I think should be quite comfortable for you. How long is the implementation process to get started with Ripple?
Yeah, so typically we look at about a 2 to 3 month basis from start to finish.
Look, recently we've spoken about Hidden Road, the brokerage service coming in, and their use of the XRP ledger and the RLUSD coin.
You should let the system burn down. A phoenix will rise from the ashes. You really have no business in doing this.
I understand that this is all, as of now, this is public information. Anybody can see it. The companies have been selected by the name of Pripco, and the ledger, the blockchain which is being selected is essentially XRP.
There's a part that would prevent the double taxation of digital assets. Right now they're taxed when they're identified, and they're taxed again when they're sold.
They try to shake me out, but I was born ready. Dropping down the price, then I be getting plenty. They want all your bags and they want all them empty.
What's up, good glitches? Welcome back to some more Moon O'Clock news. No breakfast, no coffee, just straight extra bullishness. Shout out to the latest sub. Appreciate you stopping by, tuning in. Don't forget to drop an elbow from the top ropes on that likey button. Holy moly, we got XRP pumping. About to hit $3 again. Currently right around 285, 286, up to around 290 over on Fiat Leak. XRP explosion in progress. We got a lot of extra bullishness popping off today. XRP front and center. All roads lead to the bridge. XLR native XRP meets EVM smart contracts. This is the starting point for a new era for open finance. Congrats to Pierce's Ripple XRP Ledger EVM sidechain is now live. We got one from Smoke Dog. How quickly can banks roll out XRP powered payments once regulations are in place? Full implementation, including testing. 2 to 3 months in some cases, as fast as 3 weeks. That regulation jar of molasses is bursting open. Listen closely.
Which I think should be quite comfortable for you. How long is the implementation process to get started with Ripple?
Yeah, so typically we look at about a 2 to 3 month basis from start to finish. A lot of that is part of the onboarding process. So we go through a credit review process. We then have an onboarding process. That's relatively straightforward. In terms of the technical integration side, it can take between, I'd say, probably 1 to 2 months. That includes things like testing, integrating into the system, and just general process. I think the fastest one I've ever done was probably a 3-week implementation, which was very fast. And probably the slower ones hit that sort of 3-month mark. But it's as fast as you can put resources into making it happen. And we're here to support that.
In the blink of an eye, July, we fly. Mr. Man XRP, ex-Federal Reserve Governor, says that the ideology around the system is it should burn down. A phoenix will rise from the ashes. XRP.
If we blew it, it would have been even worse for the rest of the world. So that's what we did in crises. And, you know, some of your and my friends on the right, including at institutions we care deeply about, their views then were you should let the system burn down. A phoenix will rise from the ashes. You really have no business in doing this.
The phoenix will rise. July, sky high. Meanwhile, XRP trading volume exploding on the globe. 33 million in just 1 minute. What's going on? I hope you had those bags packed, locked and loaded. The next moonshot in progress. XAI crypto, Fedmaster account plus a bank license incoming. Ripple is building the internet of value in real time, and adoption is happening right before your eyes. Hidden Road taps into XRP Ledger using RUSD as collateral, confirmed by Brad Garlandhouse. The best is still yet to come. Crawl, walk, then we rock it.
Look, recently we've spoken about Hidden Road, the brokerage service coming in, and their use of the XRP ledger and the RLUSD token, the stable coin, as collateral, and that's just been confirmed by CEO Brad Garlinghouse recently. But then, out of the blue, Ripple decides they want to go for as a federal bank, getting a license to be a bank from the OCC, the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, and then also possibly apply for a Fed master account. And I'm just like blown away. It is a massive move. So if it comes off, it hasn't come off yet, but if it does come off, well, you know, there's some serious value there. So yes,
you know what's coming, they know what's coming, and they can't stop it, and all the dominoes are falling into place, and XRP becoming the premier go-to blockchain in the digital asset utility era. Know what you hold? Vet, the XRP globe is litty. 200 million traded in the last 5 minutes globally. Buckle up. Glitches. But back for real, 12 billion. Bitwise just said live on Yahoo Finance that Bitcoin is easily going to 1 million. If we get $1 million Bitcoin, will we see a $10,000 XRP? It's coming.
The medium of exchange, Matt, a currency.
Look, I think we'll get there on an international basis long term, but we don't have to get there for Bitcoin to be extremely valuable. Bitcoin could be worth more than $1 million per coin, even just to get to par with gold. And when's the last time you bought a cup of coffee with gold? Look, I do think Bitcoin has medium exchange characteristics. I think we'll get there in the 2030s, but Bitcoin's going to have to be priced $1 million or above before that's even really in play. You get all that as extra upside on top of this store of value investment. It's like a free option that you get for a core investment with, in my view, a high probability of success and significant sort of 10x style upside. I think that's what you get with Bitcoin.
And remember, Bitcoin is just a test bed. Meanwhile, they try to scare everybody out of XRP. Now, XRP is coming alive. Bull DF, the XRP ledger was selected by the Dubai and Land Department with support from Dubai Future Foundation as the right blockchain infrastructure for tokenizing title deeds and real estate initiatives.
What Dubai has done is essentially set up a sandbox, which is actually managed by the Dubai Future Foundation, and which we've had very positive talks with. And in essence, it's the experiment to actually look at the right partners, choose the right platforms, and choose the right blockchains. Now, I understand that this is all, as of now, this is public information. Anybody can see it. The companies have been selected by the name of Pripco, and the ledger, the blockchain which is being selected is essentially XRP. So that is in essence the solution that is being implemented in the first phase of the sandbox, to have the minting of those title deeds take place and then distributed by the brokers within the ecosystem. And in order to do that in a efficient way, there would have to be a lot of trust in terms of the intermediaries that are taking this forward, and the brokers, the different VASPs, the different exchanges, like we have TokenVest and Scintilla, and DigiShares is definitely a big asset to the society. And what I've been basically advocating here is that in order to move this industry forward, we don't need to reinvent the wheel. We've had cases where we had a lot of these hype-driven blockchains that had come to the market, that had all the bells and whistles and all the amazing backing and the big names behind it, but in essence they really lacked that fundamental tech.
The Flippening XRP. So it begins. Watch your guru Justin. Senator Cynthia Lummis says that her crypto tax bill would put an end to the unfair tax practices and level the playing field for digital assets.
It is now, and that's why we want to discuss the digital asset tax legislation, because there's a whole lot of parts of this, but again, it's smart stuff, because listen, the more it grows, we want to make sure people are protected with taxes. You want to talk about the most important parts of this?
I do. There's a part that would prevent the double taxation of digital assets. Right now, they're taxed when they're identified, and they're taxed again when they're sold. We don't do that with things like gold and cattle. We tax them when they're sold. And so we need to change that for digital assets. We're also sponsoring legislation that would create a de minimis amount that people could spend. When we're using Bitcoin as a means of exchange, we want to have a de minimis amount that can be used and spent without being subject to taxation. That amount would be about $5,000 per year. So those are a couple of the main provisions.
Banks, institutions, enterprises on their way to pump our bags up. Pump our bags up. Digital asset investor, anyone still think this was not all time? XRP was created to replace the petrodollar system. You'll see gold well over 10K in the not too distant future. Also taking a look at the total market cap for all of cryptocurrencies here as we have our cycles here aligned. As you see here, we're still in this Bitcoin halving cycle, and we still got quite a ways to go until the end of this cycle, and we got this thing ending possibly fall of 2025, October, November, September. Will we switch to a utility run right after that, or the BTC speculation cycle continue, and will we continue into another bear market? In the 2016 BTC halving cycle, total cryptocurrency market cap excluding BTC, which is basically just the altcoins. In 2016, we saw altcoins surge 186,000% in the BTC halving cycle. In the 2020 Bitcoin halving cycle, the bull cycle, we've seen altcoins go to around 57%. And here we are in the current April 2024 Bitcoin halving cycle. Can we see the total cryptocurrency market cap excluding BTC get to 5 trillion? We got Cassie trades. XRP just mastered the 2.69 fib. We reached 2824 perfectly and are now seeing a clean back test of the breakout. This is exactly what we look for in a breakout structure, reclaiming the old resistance as support and setting the stage for the next explosive move. Momentum is off the charts. RSI divergence are getting obliterated. Bulls are in full control, and we're likely entering the most powerful part of the wave 3 of 3 bags packed. X-Force Global. XRP is now officially higher in volume than Bitcoin and Ethereum combined. Korean retail is kicking in. They're angry. They want more. They're back. Side note, this isn't even remotely close to the volume we had back in December. This is just the beginning of the pump. Crypto Insight UK XRP range breakout hit perfectly yesterday. Now XRP fighting key resistance levels at 260. A break of this and we were looking at $3 and then new all-time highs. Mustache, altcoins, total market cap finally breaks out of the inverse head and shoulders pattern that has been forming for over 7 months. Targets for altcoins are much higher. Pullbacks are for buying. Enjoy the show. Dark Defender. Where is the head and shoulder crew at now? XRP hit 277 in Fibonacci level 2. A clear 5-way breakout. Congrats to those who believe in waves. You're winning. Crypto is TA. XRP new all-time highs. Inbound. With that being said, Batman Bag Lady, show the price A what the market cap would be if XRP were to flip ETH and take its market cap. XRP with the market cap of ETH, you're looking at a 2.2x, $6 XRP. And get ready for the flippening when XRP takes that #1 spot back. 14.28x XRP with the market cap of BTC, $39.27. XRP, know what you hold, know what's coming and know why. They want you out, and the longer they take, the higher we keep climbing on that XRP. Rich list, where will those bags be when that regulation jar molasses finally breaks open and XRP's true price is finally revealed? We'll catch you up here on the mothership. XRP, $2.89 and rising. BYOB, bring your own bags, be your own bank, be your own boss. And don't forget to drop an elbow from the top ropes on that likey button. We'll see you at the tippy top. Later, glitches.
Later, glitches.
Welcome to the party. This a moon party. Hey, this a moon party. Hey, welcome to the party. Welcome to the party. This a moon party. This a moon party. Welcome to the party, we don't play around here. Moon suit on or you get sprayed